Welcome back to the channel, family. It's Jerry with Bird Dog Outdoors. I've got myself involved in a few new things. One of them is rock hounding. You may be asking yourself, what is rock hounding? Well, I like to go out and look for rocks and minerals, gemstones, you name it, whatever I can find. It's been a lot of fun so far. Well, that kind of snowballed. I decided I wanted to get into jewelry making, and I had a friend who was nice enough to show me how to make some jewelry. Well, that opened up a whole nother can of worms. So this all started with me browsing around on Marketplace looking for jewelry making supplies. I ran across this rolling mill, and as I looked further into the ad, I saw something on the floor in the corner. I said, "Hey man, what's going on with this lapidary machine here in the corner?" He messaged me back and said he wasn't sure if it worked. And he said you can take a look at it when you get here. And he said I also have a few other items you might be interested in. Well, I got all of this equipment home, and I really didn't have anywhere to put it. So that turned into another can of worms to be opened. Let me show you. I decided to make a workshop in an unused space on my front porch. I framed out a wall, put some windows in it and some vinyl siding. I slid it in place and I started working on the framing for the front of the building. Everything was shaping up well. I was pretty happy with it. So I also put a third window up top, as you'll see here, and I used tongue and groove board on the front. Now it's time to move on to the door. I also used tongue and groove board on that, and it's a board and batten design. This was my first time building a door, but I must say it was coming out great. It's about 2.5 inches thick, as you can see here, and I have insulation in the middle. There it is, all stained up with the front. Moment of truth, here we go. It closes great. I put in a digital keypad, and I'm very happy with it. Here's a side view of it. I think it looks pretty good. And on the inside, as you see, I put up plywood instead of sheetrock. That just makes it easier to hang stuff. The only other thing to do was to wire up the workshop. So I just came off of that receptacle there with some conduit and some 12 gauge wire, and I came through here at the brick joint and I just put a receptacle there, as well as this box here where I have a switch. Only the bottom part of the receptacle is switched, and for that switch I have my water pump for my Cab King. That switch just allows me to not have to unplug it every time I want to shut it down for the end of the night. After that, I added a ceiling fan to keep it cool in there.